today I've decided to kind of go for like a dark festival look with an extreme wing, kind of with a glittery galaxy theme. So I'm going to do the tutorial on this eye obviously, and then continue with my full face. So I'm going to start off by priming my lids with a soft ochre by MAC. And I'm just using one of the brushes, oh it's a Morphe brush. I'm just going to pack this all over the lid. So now that's done, I'm actually going to go in with the Tarte Amazonian Clay Brown Mousse. And I'm using their hard angled brush too. And then with the Nars Creamy Concealer, because it's a lot lighter than the primer, I'm just going to sharpen my brows both above and below to really create that arch and sharpness. So now that's done, I'm going to use the new Jouer, what's it called? Springtime in Paris Matte and Shimmer Eyeshadow Palette, and it looks like this. I'm actually going to use, you can see it's a bit bright, I'm going to use these two colours all over the lid. Petal and Cream they're called. And this is just a Dose of Colours eyeshadow brush. A good one for blending. Okay, so now I'd say this next part is the most tricky because we want to get the huge flick, and I'm going to go all over the eye, well, all over the flick with the NYX Epic Ink Liner. But what you want to do is, you can see when my eye is open, you can still see the line of the flick, and when it's closed, it goes above my crease. So let me just let it focus. Can you see that when my eye is open, the actual line starts above the crease, so you always see the shape of the flick, whether the eye is open or closed. So my socket is slightly different on this eye, I have to admit. This one's more like droopy and this one is more less droopy. But I still want to kind of match them up as even as possible. I'm going to just get a little bit above that socket line so it matches up with this. Yeah, let's see how this pans out. So really doesn't help when your eyes are not even. Okay, well first of all what I do is create like a flick just as a guide to build upon, and then I join it up. So what I'm doing is heading the flick towards the tail of my brow. So the good thing about this eyeliner is that you can really, it's so precise, and every time it dries out just put the lid on and give it a shake. But yeah, it's so precise, so I get right up close and just make sure the line is perfect. And then what happens is you realise that this socket goes right up like that, and this socket is droopy. Just gonna match this eye up. I actually quite like it with that black line. I think I'm going to leave it like that. Okay, back to the left eye. I'm just going to go right under the lash line, inside the waterline to make it really blacked out. And I'm going to connect the tear duct in a waterline with that extended cat eye flick that kind of goes beyond the natural eye line. Now, to create the kind of glittery, shimmery look over the black, I'm using the LimeCrime diamond crushers, which are like lip toppers, but I use them as highlighters and as shimmers, as all sorts, as well as lip toppers. So I'm kind of putting some onto my hand like that. You can see all the other swatches. Then I'm going to dab my finger kind of all over it. What shade am I using? I'm using the shade Lit. And then just kind of dabbing on with my finger. And then you can see this one's more bluey silver. That's because I went in with the shade Choke as well, which has more kind of bluey iridescent undertones. And I'm going to use a bit of a brush to get into the fine lines in the corners with this shade. And that kind of creates the like galaxy effect with all the different colour shimmers. And I'm just going to go over my lash line with the eyeliner just so the falsies blend seamlessly, and I'm just joining that up with the flick. I think the camera must have cut out, but I patted on the shade Choke of the Diamond Crushers onto my brow bone, and now I'm using the eyelashes, the new Huda Eazy lashes. I'm just going to move on to the face. I'm starting with the Benefit Professional Primer all over my skin. And then I'm taking my Nars Creamy Concealer. And I'm going to take this over the areas I need to highlight and conceal. Got my period spot. Bit of extra on that. And then a pump of the Born This Way foundation by Too Faced onto my blank canvas. I think this is a buffing brush. What number is it? The FO1 brush. That's blended, and I'm just going to create some lines with my Burberry contour stick, because if you're at a festival or at a party with this makeup, you're going to want your contour to last. You're going to want it all to last, but I always find that by cream contouring underneath your powder, it always makes your makeup and contour just fix into place for longer. Those lines are a little bit close together on my nose. Oh well, let's roll with it. I'm just baking with the usual Laura Mercier powder. And I really want to kind of sharpen that wing and the under eye. I have zero makeup on my under eye right now, like as in zero eyeshadow or mascara. So once that's done and you're looking a little crazy, I'm just going to kind of dust some of it away, not right under the eyes. This is a key part baking, by the way, to make your festival makeup last. I'm just kind of going to buff away the translucent and also make sure it reaches the other areas of the face that I haven't like packed it onto, but it still needs to sweep over those areas so it sets the makeup basically. Sets all of the creamy base. Now with this same brush, this is a Sedona Lace FB01 fan brush. I'm going to use my Tarte Amazonian Clay Park Avenue Princess contour powder. God, that was a mouthful. And I'm going to contour with the fan brush. I'm going to also warm up my face with the Too Faced Milk Chocolate bronzer. So I'm kind of swirling this over the contour but also a little bit further than the contour because I'm warming my face up. I'm just going to use the Plum Foolery blusher by MAC. Same brush. I've already highlighted my brow bone with the Diamond Crusher, and I am going to use that again for my cheekbone, but first of all I'm going to use the Duochromatic highlighting illuminating powder by NYX, and this is kind of pinky iridescent, which you'll see as I apply. I'm going to take the Diamond Crusher in Choke, put some on the back of my hand, pat it with my finger, and just take a little bit of that onto the highest point of my cheek to match in with my brow bone. That is face done, so what am I going to do with my lips? I've got a couple of ideas. This is a new Huda Beauty shade called Silver Fox. Pretty crazy colour, it's like a cement grey. I'm going to use a lip liner first and then this. Just before I get into this lip tutorial, I'm going to be using the NYX lip liner in Foul Mouth, and I'm using Huda Beauty Silver Fox and the two Diamond Crushers that I've put on my eyes. I'm going to be using them as a lip topper.
But here's the thing, what you thought we had never lasted. It was good at first, but eventually I could see between all the cracks, yeah. You did everything you could to have me. You did your best to make me yours. If I knew how all of this would turn out, but nobody knew. And now we done it, you. understand. I cannot tell you how stupid I felt. I can't believe that I thought we were in love when you were busy playing. You did everything you could to have me. You did your best to make me yours. If I knew how all of this would turn out.
I am so pleased how these lips have come out, just the whole face really. I'm just mixing the two diamond crushes together. And I haven't got any mascara or eyeshadow underneath my eyes. But I'm just going to pat this glitter underneath my eyes to just finish it off. I want the kind of impact to be very heavy on the top and kind of completely bare and almost like alien-like on the bottom of the eye. I've got a feeling that this look is not going to be complete without a wig. So, what do you think? I don't think you would have ever seen this wig before. In fact, I'm not sure if I stock it at the moment. I think I might have, it might be out of stock. I'll check. Okay, so this is the complete look, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. It was so much fun to just be creative rather than do something normal. So it made a change and I loved it. I hope you did. Give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it and you want more like this. Leave a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe. I think I'm going to be restocking these, but check my website and take a look and see if they're in stock by the time this video goes live. Don't know when that will be. But yeah, I feel like old school Jessie J with this whole look really. To be honest, if Jessie J was still like, well, old school Jessie J was still relevant. Not that Jessie J isn't, is she? I love Jessie J, don't get me wrong. But yeah, I'd probably call it Jessie J tutorial. You need a bird, gotta blow your mind. Anyway, thank you so much again for watching, my lovelies, and until next time, love you lots. Bye.